Best day ever. Best day ever.
Last week we were not sweating. This week we're sweating. It was great.
That was like my favorite episode.
Great.
Oh, I'll grab the champagne. Aquarius season. Are you nervous?
What do I have to be nervous about?
I don't know. I've seen the questions.
Uh-oh.
Not so good at that.
Next time, I'm just gonna bring a straw.
We're breaking down Herwig's, what is it called, Jess? Astrology?
I'm super excited to go on the show. I'm the first guest. So honored. That's all I got.
Make sure I'm buttoned up. Ready?
Ready, let's go.
Let's
3,
do
2.
1. Hey guys, welcome to episode 2 of Spilling the NFTea with Jess and I.
Today we're gonna talk to you about digital securities, and this is actually the department we work at, so we are so excited.
Yeah, digital securities are really special. Not only, we are biased, but they are,
The future.
the future, and they will be so useful in different cases. So before we get into that, we have to get champagne going.
I need some champagne.
Kayla, get in here.
And I just want to thank this week's sponsor, Limonada. They are a restaurant on South Beach, and thank you guys so much for this gorgeous bottle of champagne. We untwist it.
Oh God.
So you might notice we have 3 glasses here today because we have our first guest ever. We're so excited, but we're not going to introduce them quite yet. We're going to have our first cheers first.
Okay.
Don't hold your breath, anybody.
How do you do it?
No, just twist.
Just wiggle.
Okay, I'm going to wiggle it.
You got to take the metal off.
You have to take the metal off.
And then wiggle it.
No. This is my
Take the metal off.
all the way off.
Yeah.
kinda stuck.
And then
This
you'll
is my-
wiggle the cork. Yeah.
3rd bottle to pop ever.
Good blooper. Now just
Now just go for it.
yeah.
Careful. Okay, well, maybe.
Wiggle it. Wiggle it. Wiggle it.
I wiggled. Let's go.
Cheers to Limonada.
Thank you.
Limonada.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, yum.
Wow. Look at that. We want to pour our guests?
Yes.
Yeah.
Guess we can share today.
Yeah. Gorgeous.
Thank you, Kayla.
You're
Thank
so
you.
welcome.
When in Miami, you gotta have a bottle, girl. Cheers.
Cheers. All right, should we?
Digital securities. So, what exactly is a digital security? Let's start there.
Okay, so digital securities are securities or security tokens, and they live on the blockchain. But the catch is they are regulated under traditional securities laws. So even though they're digital and represented on a blockchain, they do have a different level of, how they're viewed by...
Right, and they are an asset. So this is
Yeah.
where it differs from cryptocurrency, where crypto, it fluctuates the value, but this, you actually own something that exists. So let's take the Meta yacht, for example. We could turn this into a digital security. We could be a token holder, and we can use a platform to get certain perks. So let's say the perk is she gets to book the boat whenever she wants on Thursdays. So however the platform's set up, she could go in, book the boat, and as a security token holder of the Meta yacht, that's her perk.
Yeah, so you're going to hear us say a lot security tokens. And what we mean by that is essentially a representation of a digital security.
Yeah.
And anything can be tokenized, but I feel like we should just hold off.
So as you know, we
We
work
have-
with security tokens. So we have the king of security tokens, the man himself.
The king, arguably the king of security tokens. Here.
One of 2. There's 2 of them, and this is one of them. We could only afford one for the budget today,
So, shall we bring him in?
Yeah, this is the CEO, one of 2 CEOs of Security Token Group, Herwig Konings.
Best day ever. Best day ever. Best day ever. It can't get better.
Come on in.
Do we clap?
Wait. We have a...
Oh yes, all of our guests get a special hat.
Am I on the show now? Oh my goodness.
This is our first ever guest, Herwig. And we have to...
I gotta wear a hat?
And
Just sit down with the hat. Take your seat.
Oh, now we're talking.
Thanks, Lemonada.
Thank you, Lemonada.
Well, come have a seat in between us and we can get started.
I'm so excited to be here. What's going on?
Hey, welcome to the Meta Yacht. Let's start with a cheers.
Good time.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It feels good to have a guest on the show.
Yeah, right?
Alright.
And no hurricane.
No hurricane.
So let's jump right into it. What is a security token in the simplest term?
Well, I think the easiest way to look at it is exactly how you were describing it earlier, right? We're talking about stocks, real estate, something that the SEC, which is the Securities and Exchange Commission, this is the regulator, the police, if you will, of Wall Street. And they have a very important job to make sure that assets that we invest in, whether it's a yacht or a business or a real estate property, that it has protections and regulations and rules. And these rules need to be written into the blockchain in order to leverage smart contracts and other benefits, and that's how you get a security token,
Right.
which is a tokenized asset, basically.
We talked about smart contracts last week, so go look at that if you haven't already. But cool, so, we keep saying security tokens are the future. What do you see happening in the next few years with security tokens and digital securities?
It's a great question. I believe that, again, probably a little biased, but I believe that Wall Street is going to wake up and recognize that there's a whole new digital rails that you need to operate on for the new Wall Street that I envision, that we all envision here. Right?
Yeah, so our company tagline is Wall Street without the walls. So we're revolutionizing Wall Street in a way that has not been done before.
And we're doing that almost on a play on words, because that's right. That's one of these things that we benefit from. A whole new world being able to access digitally the very same Wall Street infrastructure, which isn't necessarily super easy to take advantage of today. And the blockchain makes all of that easier and simpler and still keeps it in compliance with the SEC.
So how did you get involved in this space?
So actually, it was a bit of a aligning of the stars. Before this, I had launched a company that does accreditation software. This is just basically compliance software for online investment portals. This is where I learned the bee's knees of the regulation. And then I actually was part of an investment group, the Miami Venture Capital Association. We had a blockchain chapter. We were participating in different investments in the blockchain space very early on. And at one point, one of those companies approached me and said, how do I tokenize my equity? This was in 2017, and that's where it all began.
So
Where our story started.
that brings us to Security Token Advisors, which is what Jess works on, and I occasionally do, but I'm more on the media side of things. So, how does someone, or in this space, how is it going to integrate with crypto and become the next big thing?
So the way that security tokens are going to integrate with crypto is in a little way like we saw with NFTs. In fact, we look at NFTs a little bit like baby securities. When you start to add these components, these features of royalties and fractionalization so that there can be more than one owner for the same asset, these are characteristics that now the SEC says this starts to look a little bit like an investment that we have to regulate.
Yeah.
And so we see the next phase being the fact that people are like, well, wait a sec, we don't have to stop at an image or a specific type of file or art. We can actually go beyond that and apply investments and everyday tools and assets that we participate in. And it unlocks all kinds of new opportunities, not just investments, but perks, right? The ability to implement a lot of these benefits, discounts, shareholder perks that normally aren't easy to do. The great example we like to use is with AMC. AMC wanted to give everybody that's a shareholder free popcorn when they go to the movie, right? They had no way of doing that. You go to the website and you self-attest that you own the stock because there's no way for them to tell that unless there was a blockchain.
Yeah. So obviously, Jess and you brought us onto the team. How do you think this space, or, what room do we have to grow for, incorporating women in this space in general?
Yeah, because before we joined the company, it was the Token Boys. It was boys only.
But
we were the first women to join in. And tell us about that. Why did you decide to make it a girls' 2 club?
Tech is notoriously, and I'd say crypto is even worse when it comes to adoption for, embracement by women, right? The idea that this is an open industry that anybody can waltz into, which is the case, it doesn't feel like it's the case for many audiences, especially women, because there's a lot of fears and there's not a whole lot of resources, I think, that are kind of geared towards bringing women in. And that's what made my challenge so hard. Trying to find other talented individuals to bring on. In fact, you two have some knowledge in the blockchain space, but your skills and your talents are what are being applied to the company, right? And you guys have learned the game and are now total pros, but finding other women who out of the gate know all this stuff, it's just extremely difficult.
And we're still at the beginning part, so, you know, something that we learned last week could be completely different this week. You know, we're trying to get regulations on certain cryptos and securities right now. So that changes the game every week. So it's not just knowing what to do. It's also keeping up to date with it and knowing how to put those practices like into practical doing, right?
And y'all changed the game. You did. You were the first token girls that we were able to bring on.
You know, I think there's a lot to be said, though. Even though anybody, girl, boy, whatever, you know, skills need to be developed. Nobody's going to come into the role just perfect and square fit right in. And so I feel like that's what Security Token Group has done so well, is it's like you guys have created an environment where it's like nobody's perfect, nobody has all the right answers, but it's like about teamwork, helping each other out, and that's been my biggest like ease into this role, is just having people to support you. And you know,
oh my gosh, we have the best team ever.
I can't say that about other companies. No, I really can't say that about other companies. No,
I get DMs like, do they pay you to say that you love your job? I was like, no, I actually love my job. Like, we're friends outside of work too, and it's one of those things. So yeah, it's been very cool, but I agree with what you're saying.
Yeah.
We all work together to make this possible. So, you know, even though this is an all-girls show, you know, the guys really contribute quite a bit in helping whenever we need it. So, very cool.
For Kyle and I, as the, you know, Kyle, my business partner, who we founded the company, we always recognized that we wanted to have a diverse team. And so just going back to that problem of how hard it was to find other women who are already in the blockchain space, the best next thing was to find people who are outside of it that we could bring into it, right? And so for you guys to like take that leap, we were an all boys team. I think there were almost 10 of us.
Yeah.
That's extremely intimidating.
That's how I got my nickname, Token Girl.
It's the crypto world. That's in its own world intimidating to anybody, no matter what they say. So, you know, I think you're changing the landscape one day at a time, and with this show, I think you're going to do even more amazing things.
We'll finish it with this. What advice do you have for other women that are afraid to get in the space and aren't lucky enough to be hired with this incredible company with you?
Can't hire everyone just yet.
We want to, but we can't.
First advice I will have is watch this show because they are putting so much energy and taking the time of everything that you two learn and putting it in the show for everybody else to learn. So that's step number one. Step number two is we have the community. Jessica and Megan here, they're super approachable. You can hit them up pretty much anywhere, and they'll probably respond to you same day, if not sooner.
Yeah, we're pretty friendly. Yeah.
They won't bite always. And honestly, just take the leap. This is extremely scary stuff to everybody. Again, that's why I say community and find resources, because that will be your guiding light. I think that's what helps kind of get you through this journey. You're not doing it alone. But these are skills that not just are useful for you to learn now and apply throughout your entire life and better your life, to know more and know what's going on with the future, but also to make money.
We like money.
We all like money. But more importantly, these are skills that, again, 1% of the world understands right now, if that. You know, the fact that you're watching this right now is already the biggest step you could have made to start your journey and get into crypto.
Yeah.
And once again, I think with these two, you can't go wrong.
That said, if you have any questions, there's a topic you want us to cover, send us a DM, send us an email. Like, we are here for the community. Yes. We're going to be holding local events. We want to really open this space up to people that want to get involved. So feel free to reach out. We are pretty friendly. I will respond, or Megan will respond. And
we'll add right here our email that you can reach out to us. So anything you want to tell us about the show, talk about anything, please reach out to this email that Kayla will put in.
And Delaney, thank you guys.
What an amazing team.
Yeah. So thank you for coming on. We're actually going to show everyone how to buy Bitcoin today. Ooh. So maybe you can help us do that. We're going to put our money where our mouth is. This is our new segment where we buy coins. So let's get started.
So I usually use Coinbase on my phone. So when I'm logging in, it didn't even like have this computer registered. So it's very secure, you know, 2-step authorization with a phone number, with an email. And then once I authorize the email, obviously it lets me log in. So we obviously want to expose you guys and make it more comfortable to purchase coins. And there's different types. And obviously, you know, some companies host certain coins and others don't. So, you know, the altcoins, which are sometimes called like a shit coin, the altcoins, sometimes you have to buy them on different, you know, you can't just go purchase them on Coinbase because, for example, Coinbase really likes to host more blue chip or, you know, more reliable coins that are not super volatile. Obviously, all crypto is volatile, but as with any investment, it's always the risk you're taking. So anyways, we just want to start off very traditional. You want to buy $10 in Bitcoin. So we will insert a screen recording, but
That's how I got started. $10 Bitcoin.
So last week we started, you know, we went on and we said, open up a Coinbase wallet. Kind of gave you the very simple steps with the identity check. Make sure it's very secure.
Write your key down and put it a million miles away from your computer just in case.
So say you go, you know, you want to buy Bitcoin, have your wallet, you just go buy, sell, and then you select the coin you want to purchase, which could be Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin.
And you can search at the top. They're all in there.
There are so many. And, you know, obviously do your research. We're not endorsing purchasing Bitcoin or any specific coin. Just for example, you want to buy Bitcoin, select that. And then there's different ways you can pay. You can pay with a bank account. I think you could pay with a credit card. Yeah. Is that correct?
That's correct.
You can pay with a credit card. There's different ways, whatever works for you. And then you just go, you know, Coinbase is the user interface, so simple. You just say $5, and then it'll show you what that equates to in Bitcoin based on the current market value of Bitcoin. So you don't have to buy just one Bitcoin. You can buy a very, 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 very small fraction. So if Bitcoin's at $50,000, you can buy $5 of it, and it'll show you the fractionalization of how much Bitcoin that is. So, yeah.
And when it's low, that's what they're talking about, buy the dip. So that's when...
Yeah, because it's predicted to then rise as time goes on. So you just do a one-time purchase, or, you know, Coinbase has different options for that. But, yeah, and then you preview the buy. It'll show you, you know, Coinbase does have different fees associated with purchasing crypto. So you just preview the buy, make sure you're comfortable with the fees. The fees some platforms have less fees. You know, Ethereum is just a different story. We'll go into that one day. But so Coinbase does have slightly higher fees, but I think you're getting, for beginners, you're getting a whole different level of security and ease with use.
It's a great way to get started. You know, it's easy to buy, easy to sell, and easy to use. Yeah, so that's a great... Totally. Just getting started is the hardest part, so... All right, and another cool thing
what else should...
No, that's perfect.
Okay.
Another great thing I like about Coinbase is you can earn money by learning. So you'll see when you log on, you know, earn $5 of this coin and take this, you know, tutorial. And I think I've earned like 50 extra bucks just by, you know, you have an extra hour, like, why not? It's kind of fun. And also I learned more about cryptocurrencies, certain coins, Coinbase. It's just, you know, I find that I learn really good when I'm practicing. So just get started.
Yeah, look, learn and earn. I've earned $29 by pressing buttons.
Woo. Yeah,
let's go.
Free money.
So yeah, that's it.
So thank you for joining us for episode 2. Thank you for Herwig for joining us and kind of breaking down what security tokens are. Next week, you know, we've heard a lot of people talk about different kind of coins, stable coins, altcoins. Some people even use the word shit coins. We're going to break those down. We're going to talk about what those mean, how to use them. Tokens, there's different kind of tokens. Yes. We want to talk about that. And then Megan and I are also going to introduce another section of the show with crypto industry updates. So we want to give you some quick updates about what's going on in the the crypto world. And you can also tune into our other show, the Security Token Show, to get more industry updates there. So is there anything else that you want to add?
No, every week we're getting better. We're just here to share this knowledge with you.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. We're like so blown away by the support already. Like women supporting women. We appreciate it. Our Instagram is bumping. Just like thank you.
We'll put everything in the comments or down below, to follow. And like I said, please reach out to the email, and maybe we'll have like a fan mail if you want to say something or ask us a question. We'll answer it live. So
yeah, perfect. So thank you again. Cheers.
See you in the metaverse.
So we have this awesome champagne that Lemonada gave us. It's like this dope champagne from France, but we don't want it to go to waste, so what should we do with it?
I think it's only right that we have a new tradition. Every guest we have on the show, Jess is gonna pour some champagne in your mouth. So Herwig, get over here.
It's the Miami way, Come on, Miami's fun. Ready?
Herwig.
This is a work day, guys.
Why not?
The inaugural.
I get to see it. I'm sorry.
First one on the show. Yeah.
Best day ever. Best day ever. Best day